I'm under contract at the studio where you used to work. I can make a living just being photographed.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're examining side-by-side comparisons of Marilyn Monroe and Blonde 2022.
I'm going to conjure Marilyn within the hour, I promise. Come here.
For this list, we'll be looking at still and moving images taken of the actress while she was still alive, and comparing them to clips from the fictional film starring Ana de Armas. Which shot is most similar to its original? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. Gentlemen prefer blondes. The number "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend" from the film adaptation of a Broadway musical is one of Monroe's most iconic, not to mention recreated, career moments.
A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
It's been referenced in music videos, television, and of course, movies. In the routine, the blonde wears a pink gown with long matching gloves and plenty of jewels. She dances with a host of finely dressed men, all of whom are vying for her affection, and professes her love of shiny things.
Black Star, Ross Gorham, talk to me, Harry Winston, tell me all about it.
In addition to restaging it, the fictional film with Ana de Armas depicts Monroe watching the scene during the premiere. Thinking her father's also in the audience, the troubled actress quietly insists that she is not the same as the character on screen.
Oh, Daddy. That thing up on the screen, it isn't me.
The 7-year itch. When recalling the influential blonde bombshell, it's likely the first image that comes to mind is Monroe standing over a subway grate in her iconic white dress.
Ooh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
The scene was staged for a movie, but the pictures that were taken on set have become famous in their own right. The fictionalized biopic turns the moment into a compelling slow-motion cinematic sequence. The black and white shots recall the famous photographs, while the ones in color resemble the 1955 film. With her dress seemingly floating in the air, de Armas is stunning in her perfectly recreated look, but there's a dark, underlying message. The ominous music is a reminder that things are not as pretty as they appear. Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Monroe's last two marriages and their subsequent dissolutions were highly publicized affairs. People were shocked when she married writer Arthur Miller in 1956. The left-wing intellectual seemed an unlikely match for the blonde bombshell.
Arthur Miller felt she was intelligent and had a brain that was never cultivated. And that's where he cornered her.
Pictures by photographer Sam Shaw show the odd couple together surrounded by nature. They both wear wedding rings while Monroe holds a handful of wildflowers. His dark striped button-down contrasts with her soft blue polka dot dress. The 2022 film takes inspiration from the series of photos. It shows the couple in their honeymoon stage, away from Hollywood. In a series of tragic events, this scene is a happy moment.
Daddy, this is so beautiful. I don't ever want to leave.
Getting dressed. In addition to her acting, Monroe is remembered for her modeling.
In 1945, she accepted an offer with the Blue Book Modeling Agency, and within weeks, she was adorning the covers of countless national and international publications.
From pin-up to editorial, her work in photography remains a huge part of her legacy. An image of the icon getting wardrobe assistance served as inspiration for a scene in the 2022 film.
Now, Miss Monroe, you don't mean a word of what you say. If you weren't Marilyn, who'd you be?
The original shot shows Marilyn looking over her shoulder while a bespectacled woman secures her strapless garment from behind. The biopic brings the image to life, depicting a conversation among Marilyn and her assistants. It shows Monroe gently expressing her dissatisfaction with the industry, only for the other women in the room to dismiss her feelings.
Every one of us, everybody in the world, would give their right arm to be you, and you know it.
Oh, I do.
Niagara. 1953 was significant for the actress professionally. 3 different movies of hers came out that year, including Niagara.
Get out the fire hose.
Her role in the film noir solidified the bombshell's image as a sex symbol in the industry. In it, she plays an adulterous wife with criminal intentions.
There's always a way to handle George. Be at the place as soon as it opens.
Okay, kid. It's a date.
The 2022 biopic recreates different scenes from the drama, including one in which Monroe performs a portion of the song Kiss.
Take me in your arms.
She sang of love just as she lived for love.
It shows the actress in the audience during a screening of her own film, exploring her sexuality. Dressed in a pink off-the-shoulder dress with a white scarf, de Armas' resemblance to Monroe is striking. Marilyn at home. In 1953, when she was just 26 years old, Monroe welcomed photographer Alfred Eisenstadt into her home.
There are many Marilyns out there, but this shoot that Eisenstadt did in 1953 has become one of the most well-known and best collected of Marilyn.
Together, the pair produced a series of pictures unlike the staged pinup photos that helped put Monroe on the map. Wearing a turtleneck and cropped pants, the entertainment icon is dressed simply and casually.
He had one meeting with her. He captured the essence of who she was.
A few of the shots show her curled up on the couch writing. The image is recreated in the 2022 fictional biopic, from the costume to the pose to the set. The only difference is that the leading lady holds a magazine instead of a pen and notebook.
How about when people find out?
Oh, baby, we found out. And we still love you.
Arriving at a film premiere.
I just want you to be happy.
I am happy.
The 2022 biopic isn't always accurate in its portrayal of the past. However, the visuals are strikingly similar to actual photos of Monroe. The film depicts the actress emerging from a car at the Gentlemen Prefer Blondes premiere, wearing a white strapless gown and fur coat. In reality, she wore this look to the premiere of There's No Business Like Show Business.
This show is my big chance. It's make or break.
Don't worry, honey. You'll make it. You've got what it takes, and you know how to use it.
Although the narrative isn't exactly correct, de Armas looks nearly identical to pictures of Monroe. As she walks down the red carpet, it's as if the photographs were brought to life.
I understand that I have a special date. After the party.
Leaving the Polyclinic Hospital. While she was alive, the icon struggled with a variety of health issues. In the summer of 1961, Monroe went to the hospital to receive treatment for gallstones. Upon leaving, the celebrity was hounded by a mob of photographers, reporters, and fans. Even with police escorts, she struggled to move through the crowd and reach her car. Afterwards, Monroe compared the event to a nightmare. The fictional biopic depicts this moment without specifying why she was at the hospital.
I wanna be loved by you, just you, and nobody else but you.
It's implied her medical visit is related to a miscarriage, giving it an emotional weight. I Wanna Be Loved by You plays over the scene, juxtaposing the chaos and the actress's terrified face.
I wanna be kissed by you alone.
Sweater at the beach. In her last ever photo shoot, Monroe went to Santa Monica Beach with photographer George Barris. The two often collaborated, so the model was comfortable letting her guard down around him.
It can be daring, it could be sexy, it could be fun, and we had fun doing it.
Some of the shots from the final shoot show the 36-year-old in seemingly nothing but an oversized sweater. Apparently alone on the beach, she wades in the water and lounges on the sand. The biopic references these photos during a montage with Arthur Miller. The sequence takes place just after the actress and the playwright are married.
You're my only love.
In reality, the pictures were taken after their divorce, and only a few weeks before Monroe's death.
She puckered up her lips, and she said, "George, this is just for you." And I'll never forget, that was the last picture we took.
Crying in the car. In the latter half of the 2022 fictional biopic, the troubled actress drives through a neighborhood in emotional distress. She observes young families in their yards while she mourns the loss of her own father and her lack of children.
See, Norma Jean, that man is your father. See, Norma Jean, that man is your father.
While this moment isn't proven to have actually happened, it reminds us of photographs taken the day Monroe and Joe DiMaggio announced their divorce. In those pictures, the blonde is shown seated in the passenger seat of a car after the press conference. She wears a black high-neck top that resembles the one used in the scene from the film. Clutching a tissue, her despair is evident.
This is what we would say with the conflict of careers.
Mirror shot. The icon that inspired the 2022 biopic has a glamorous reputation.
Love you. I love you all.
With her blonde bob, pouty lips, and beauty mark, she is often seen perfectly made up. Images of her applying cosmetics in the mirror have a special feel to them. They depict Monroe during an intimate moment and make her feel somewhat relatable. While not quite the same, a shot from the film with de Armas also employs a mirror for dramatic effect.
Please come. Please come. Don't abandon me.
It shows the actress emotionally distraught and crying. Instead of reflecting her pain, however, the mirror reflects her enchanting public persona. It's a stark comparison between how Monroe feels and how she's seen by the world. Some like it hot. Towards the end of her career as an actress, the bombshell starred in her second film directed by Billy Wilder.
I'm not very bright, I guess.
I wouldn't say that. Careless, maybe.
No, just dumb. If I had any brains, it wouldn't be on this crummy train with this crummy girl's band.
The production was infamously turbulent, with both Monroe and Wilder possessing reputations for being difficult. The leading lady was criticized for her lateness, her inability to remember lines, and her substance use disorder.
I don't want you to think I'm a drinker. I can stop anytime I want to, only I don't want to, especially when I'm blue.
The biopic directed by Andrew Dominic depicts what it might have looked like on the troublesome set. It shows the blonde hysterical and unable to finish a take. She lip-syncs a portion of I Wanna Be Loved by You before breaking down. Despite being a challenge to film, the original movie starring Monroe continues to be regarded as one of the greatest of all time.
I never knew it could be like this.
Thank you.
Wearing pants.
Just wish I could just hide in your arms. Forever and ever in your arms.
The 2022 fictional biopic depicts a more personal side of Monroe. It portrays her not as an icon, but as a woman working to maintain the image of an icon.
I shut my eyes a lot. I couldn't believe that girl was me. But everyone in the audience would think it was me.
She's often shown in her casual attire, and can be seen wearing turtlenecks, neutral colors, and lots of cropped trousers. Her wardrobe in the film resembles outfits that Monroe was photographed in while she was still alive. The patterned pants included in the movie are especially reminiscent of clothing worn by the actress.
Yeah?
That's good, honey.
Whether loose or tight-fitting, Monroe appeared to be a fan of slacks that come to a stop above the ankle. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Something's gotta give. Notorious for her difficulty and disliked by her director, Monroe was fired from the last film she worked on. Although the movie was never finished, some of its 1962 footage has since been released to the public.
All you can think about is the way I behaved with a poor little man who wouldn't harm a fly. Why don't you think about telling her that your wife's back?
In one poolside scene, Monroe's character is shown talking with her two children. Timmy and Lita don't recognize her, but they take an immediate liking to the empathetic woman.
Timmy, come here. Why? I want to hug you. Me too! You too, both of you.
While not the same, the scene has a few interesting similarities with a moment from the 2022 fictional biopic. Married to Arthur Miller and in her early stages of pregnancy, the actress trips on the rocky beach and miscarries. Both scenes have the floral patterned dress, a body of water, and a theme of lost motherhood.
Please, Daddy, help me! Deliver the baby!
Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.